מ-23 מעלות הלילה עד 30.
אני חושב שאני נשאר בבית.
ומה?
יש פריצות. הם מסתכלים על מודעות אבל, אז בזמן שהמשפחה בבית קברות הם פורצים פנימה לבתים. מה, לבת של שמיר פרצו כשהוא מת?
אתה אידיוט?
אני גם אסדר קצת.
It's not happy stories how that happened. The first was two stories. One is a very good friend of mine. When we were younger, he had a girlfriend, and she passed away at a very young age. The day that she died, he called me and he told me what happened. She was ill for a long time, and we came over to his house. A bunch of friends. He was still living with his parents, and she just died a few hours ago. And there's really not anything to say, and we're just sitting there. And then this one guy goes, "Do you have any of the medicinal marijuana that she had? Like the weed, the medicinal weed?" And it's like that moment, and something in that moment kind of like stuck with me, because it was kind of like such a sad moment. But then suddenly this other thing came, and I started thinking about it, and then I started writing it as a short, but I didn't want to do it yet because I felt there's more to it. And like around, I think 2 years after, give or take, my dad's sister passed away. And just kind of seeing the whole Shiva and like how people like react differently to what's going on, that kind of got me thinking more. And then I kind of slowly started writing it into a script. And took the film itself isn't autobiographical in any way, right? But it has definitely some stuff from like what I've seen, what I've experienced, and so yeah. So a shiva. So in the Jewish tradition, when someone passes away, at least in Israel, they're buried almost immediately. So if you die in the morning, then you'll be buried that afternoon, and straight from the funeral, basically the shiva starts. And a shiva is a week. It's 7 days of an open house where family, friends, and people that you know come over and kind of like pay their respects. But it's more about helping you kind of help you through those tough times and transitioning back to life. So yeah, that's the Shiva. Well, because I think that I actually think that the Shiva is a very helpful tradition. For some more, for some less, but I think generally it is. And then really kind of life starts after that, because you kind of have this like pause, everything kind of stops, and then there's people in your house all the time, and then suddenly you kind of get back to your life. So I was interested in that, like you have this week where you can kind of, everything's on hold, but then you have to, start, and of course it could take a lifetime to something to move, but I was interested in really kind of like experiencing that one day where you're basically transitioning back. I chose to show that because I think that sometimes we get stuck on details and we don't see the bigger picture, but I think sometimes the details help us, and I think in that certain case, I think that that was you get shit on your window, and that's what it and then and you just want your window to be clean, so and I think that kind of sometimes helps us with certain things. I think that inside they're all breaking apart. I think the girl as well. she's hiding it pretty well, and I think that like she knows some of the story, but not all of it, and I think that we all deal with it differently, and in many ways that's fine, and I think that's kind of what makes it universal. That I mean, unfortunately we all lose someone that's important to us, and we'll all react to it differently. But it's really about kind of moving on with life, and I just feel if everyone was reacting the same, that would be boring. And so I wanted, to be true to the characters and have them deal with it in a different way to what I think they would do. And I was trying to make it real, and I hope that's what it came out. That's why. No, because I think that I wanted to make a movie that I wanted to see, and I wanted it's a tragic story. It really, I think maybe that's just a terrible thing that happens, but I think that my hope was that if it's funny and it doesn't kind of become like this mopey crying movie, then it actually will be even more dramatic and harder. Did a lot of auditions for the characters of Eyal and Vicky. I didn't see a lot of actors, just a few. For Zuler, I saw around 50 or 60, and for the little girl, around 90. And it was we did a lot of we did auditions, and then a callback, and then a chemistry read, and then they were chosen after the chemistry read. And after that, we didn't do a lot of rehearsals. They were all very challenging. I don't know if I can can tell you that we saw the most of the little girl. I don't know if she was the most challenging. They were all challenging because it's really, I mean, they had to work all together. So maybe not. They were all. I mean, they were all. It's very. I think it was very tough to find. So I think they're all. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I'm writing. So the film that I did is in Israel, but I live also in the States, and I've been writing a script in English to direct, and also aside from that, looking at other scripts. Yeah.
כן? הלו? הוא?
היי גל. שכחתי. קבענו שיעור להיום, נכון? מה עשית לו? מה עשית לו? מה הוא עשה לך?
אני לא עשיתי לו כלום. נו, תגיד לה. נו, תגיד לה, יא אילם!
זולר.
אמא אמרה לי שהבן שלך מת.
זה לא הבן שלי.
אמא אמרה...
מה?
אמא אמרה שהוא מת.
זה... הבן שלי באמת מת, זה סתם. השכן הסתום שלנו. בוא.
נראה לי שאני רוצה הביתה.
אולי תשאל אותי בכל זאת, בוא.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, my favorite film is The Graduate, and then, but my favorite directors, I guess, would be maybe the Coen brothers. Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's the best place to screen your film. Okay. occasionally, socially. No, I can't. I don't know how. I can't. I wish I could, but I can't.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You'll think that I don't love you. It's exactly what I meant for you to feel.
נגמרה השבעה, אז באתם?
לא בא לשום מקום, אמרתי לך שלא צריך לבוא.
זזנו. די, נו, שילכו להזדהן.
Here comes the rain.
זה?
צריך לשבת לי בתוך הנייר. אתה יכול להראות לי איך אתה עושה את זה?
אני לא יכול, אני חייב לחזור לעבודה.
מי אתה? מה אתה?
אני המורה המחליף. זולר.
איזה בן זונה נכנס לי. כן, בקופת חולים כבר נכנסתי. וואלה, כולם חולים פה.
אתה זוכר לטפל בחלקות? אתה זוכר?
אתה מוכן להפסיק להסתובב עם הבן שלי? שמע, יא, אני מבין מה אתה עובר עכשיו.
שחררות עם הזיוני שכל שלך.
הילד מתרוצץ לי על הגגות עם מכשירי ויד.
כבר לא ילד.
נכון, אבל הוא שלי.
מה הבעיה? זה ניתוח. הולכים לים שחררים את הסרטן, אוכלים פלאפל בלי מלפפון בשבילך, אה? פינג פונג שחטה, הולכים לישון. אין זונה שבע.
אתה בסדר? כן. מי רוצה להפסיד לי?